Hello children, I Mrs. Pathan Afrin Khan welcome you for online studies. Children, today we are going to learn lesson number 6, getting to know the place we live in. So children, let's start the lesson. Now children, try this. Find the names of towns in the word puzzle given below. Now children, the puzzle is given below. We have to find the name of the towns. So first name is Pune. Second is Kolhapur. Third, Latur. Fourth, Thane. Fifth, Satara. Then Pen. And the last name is Nashik. So at last we find out the name of our town. So children, our town name is Nashik. Now how does a town form? Now we will see children that how does a town form. In very old time, before man began farming. So children, very old time means in ancient times, man was not knowing about farming. He lived in a nomadic life. He was living in a nomadic life. He was dependent on hunting animals and gathering fruits, roots and bulbs for food. Later, man learned to grow crops. Children, in ancient time, man was not knowing how to grow crops. He was a very dependent on hunting animals and gathering fruits, roots for food. He was searching for food here and there. He used to live forest. He began to settle where he found suitable land and water. People began to build houses in such places and settle there. They began to help each other in farming. So children, after long time, man start learning how to grow crops and he start settle his life near water. Their houses were close by. Their houses were close to each other. Thus settlement were formed. So they came together for work and the settlement begins. The settlements began to grow bigger. Now, when they learn how to grow crops, after some time, the settlements began bigger to bigger. Many settlements merged together to form villages. People felt safer living in such settlement. So children, when people started living nearer to each other, they felt safer because when they live in forest, so many wild animals are there. So when they started living with each other, they felt safer. As farming developed, people had to do different kinds of work. So when the farming is developed, people started doing different kinds of work. One person could not do all of them. So work was divided between the people. For example, making wooden implements, repairing them, weaving cloth, making jewelry and making clay pots. Thus there were artisans engaged in different occupations. So when the work was divided, people started doing different types of works. Can you tell which historical buildings, monuments, objects, etc. are seen in your areas? A village, town or city has buildings such as temples, caves, mosques, churches, memorials, forts, museum, etc. A place become known by this building. They tell us about the richness of the place. They help us to understand our history. Now, children, the places like temples, caves, churches, forts, they help us to understand our history. These buildings are our treasures. They must be protected. To protect them is our responsibility. So, children, these things are our treasures and it is our responsibility to protect them. A place may also become famous because of a religious place's fair or fort. For example, Raigad district is known for the Raigad fort. So, in Raigad district, there is a Raigad fort. So, it is famous for the Raigad fort. Now, try this. Ask your teacher or parents how your place got its name. Find out and write down name of places which have been named after a person, fruit, flower, tree, animal, bird or water. Each town has a name. Similarly, roads, squares and alleys also have names. Find out how they got these names. Do you know? While returning from Surat, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj stopped near Talegaon, Dindori, in Nasik district. He had set up his army camp or Tal there, giving the place the name Talegaon. So, children, why Nasik is famous? Because while returning from Surat, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj stopped near Talegaon. Why he stopped there? Because he set up his army camp in Talegaon. So, that place name was Talegaon and it was a famous. Dhamangao Path in Ahmednagar district was so named because formerly there was an abundance of Dhaman trees there. So children understood why Dhamangao is famous. There is a village called Asti Dhotar Zodachi in Partur Taluka of Jalna district. Fine dhotar jodis of excellent qualities were made there. This gave the village its name. So children, in Jalna district in Partur Taluka, nice dhotar were made. So it is famous there. Now page number 35. Shivram Hari Rajguru was an important revolutionary in India's struggle for freedom. He was one of the three famous revolutionaries, Bhagat Singh, Rajguru and Sukhdev. Rajguru was born in Khed in Pune district. Where he was born, children? In Pune district. After elementary education, he moved to Amravati. There, at the Hanuman Vyayam Shala, he took up the cause of patriotism. At 15 years of age, he went to Banaras to study Sanskrit. So children, in the 15 years of his age, where did he went? He went to Banaras for study Sanskrit. He knew several languages such as Marathi, Sanskrit, Hindi, Urdu and English. How many languages he knew, student? He knew Marathi, Sanskrit, Hindi, Urdu and English. Bhagat Singh and Sukhdev were his close friends. Later, he took part in revolutionary activities and became a martyr for the country. In his memory, Khed, his birthplace, has become renamed Rajguru Nagar. Try this. World Heritage Day. 18th April is World Heritage Day. So children, you have to remember that which day is celebrated as World Heritage Day. On this day, pay a visit to a fort or national monuments. Learn about its importance. Collect information about the rules of protecting World Heritage Sites. Obtained picture of historical buildings, monuments and old vadas in your surrounding. Stick them in frame. Just as a place becomes renowned because of forts or historical buildings, it also gains renown because of its people and their good deeds. Collect information about soldiers, writers, artists, etc. in your neighborhood. Invite them to your school and interview them. Do you know Sant Gadge Maharaj's real name was Debuji Jingraji Janorkar. He belonged to Shendgaon in Daryapur, Taluka of Amravati district. Sant Gadge Baba raised social awareness through Kirtan. So children, Sant Gadge Maharaj was a Maharaj who belonged to Shendgaon in Amravati district. Sant Gadge Baba raised social awareness through Kirtan. During his Kirtan, he would ask people questions and answer them himself. Why are our people poor? Children, when Gadge Baba start Kirtan, in Kirtan, he asked questions such as why people are poor? Because they do not have education. He appealed to the people to get education. He tell people that you get education. He know as one of the great son of the 20th century. Gadge Baba was a great son of 20th century. His village will forever be remembered for his work in the service of the people. He gave very nice service to people, so Gadge Baba is always remembered for his work in people's mind. Try this. Visit a weekly market and meet a shopkeeper there. Children, you have to visit the market and you have to meet shopkeeper there. You have to take an interview, her or him, with the help of following questions. First question, how many years have you been in this occupation? So children, you are going to ask such questions. Question number second, which items do you sell in your shop? Third, where do you get these items from? And question number 4, what means of transport are used to carry the goods? People in villages are dependent on weekly market. The children, the people who lives in the villages, they are dependent on weekly market for their daily needs. These market sell all essential items. In weekly market, they get all essential items, mainly food grains, vegetable, farming, implements, clothes, etc. becomes available here. The market is also the place where people can meet one another and inquiry about each other well-being. In market, all the peoples gather together and they meet each other. For the inquiry, they talk to each other that how they are, how their work is going on, etc. Do you know? People belonging to various castes and communities attend the fairs. Many things related to people's living, such as different types of market, are also a part of their fairs. Jejuri in Pune district and Mathi in Ahmednagar district are places of pilgrimage. They are also well known for their donkey markets. At Malegaon, another place of pilgrimage. In Nanded district, a market is held for donkeys and horses. Places come to be known for reasons such as this. So children, in Jejuri and Mathi and Malegaon, there are fairs. There are fairs and markets of horses and donkeys. So these places are famous for this reason. Try this. Find the name of person, place, relation, animals and vegetables hidden in the puzzle alongside. Now children, you will see the names of person. First we will see the name of person. Person Anand, Devika and Deepak. Now we will see the name of the places. Nanded and UAE. Now relations. Sister, niece. Now animals. Sheep. And the last vegetables. Spinach. What we have learned, children, in this lesson? Many settlements merge together and form a village. As farming developed, people had to do different kinds of work. Some places become known for their historical buildings. A place gets its renown from its people and their important deeds. Essential items are available in a market. So children, I think your concept is clear. Now today's homework. I am already giving you question answers and fill in the blanks of this lesson. So you have to learn, you have to write these question answers in your classwork as well as in your homework notebook. So children, goodbye. Have a nice day.